Hello. Good afternoon, Madam Chair, Madam Vice Chair, friends on the Ways and Means Committee. For the record, Delegate Michelle Guyton, District 42B in Baltimore County. And as one of you said in my committee last week, the third time will hopefully be the charm for this beautiful bill that I'm bringing back to you this year. So I'm asking you for your thoughtful consideration of House Bill 612. It establishes a Lifesaver school designation in Maryland public schools. So what the program requires, it's an optional program. It has no significant fiscal note, never has, no significant opposition. It does not encourage abortions in school. I know you have a letter to that effect. It does not. I'll go on the record. It certainly may save lives. The program recognizes schools for additional investments in student health and mental health supports and requires them to provide students and staff members training in both in order to receive the designation as a Lifesaver school. Now, some of the, just so you know what we're talking about and how it is no cost, some of the programs that they could include, and there are many, many out there, include things like mental health first aid. Most of you are familiar with that. Or youth mental health first aid, which would be the peer-to-peer version of that. So there are a lot of programs out there through the Maryland State Department of Education, and what we are trying to do is encourage schools to utilize those. For those who are concerned that recognition programs like this aren't very effective, in fact, there are over 650 schools in Maryland who are a member of the Green Schools designation, which is set up similarly to this program. And that is considered to be very, very effective in encouraging education about the environment and environmental activities. So in closing, I will just say that our students are begging us to act on this issue. You will hear from one of these in a moment. I don't know if the pages coming in was planned or accidental, but I love the timing because this is really a student-led issue. And as we all know, particularly with likely cuts to behavioral health in this year's budget, it is really important that I respectfully request a vote on this bill this year. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam Chair and members of the Ways and Means Committee. My name is Emily Noonan, and I am a student from Baltimore County. I serve in leadership positions on both the Baltimore County Student Council and the Maryland Association of Student Councils. Both organizations have passed resolutions on behalf of the nearly 900,000 students in Maryland to request a favorable report on House Bill 612. I've seen the impacts of mental health issues firsthand. By my sophomore year, 3 students at my school had taken their own lives, and tragically that number now stands at 4. After this loss, a grief counselor was brought into our school for one day and then nothing afterwards. I thought to myself that surely our administration had more resources that they could provide. So I asked them about the availability of these resources, and I was very quickly dismissed. The rise in suicidal trends, not only in my school, but also at the county and state levels, is quite terrifying. It's reached a point where students are taking action because waiting for adults and administrators to do so can cost lives. We know that schools can do more, and the students of Maryland are calling on our legislators to ensure that they do so. Please do your part in ending the reactive environment surrounding mental health crises and assist in forming a proactive and preventative climate throughout the state. Provisions of mental health should be required in schools in the same way that air conditioning or nurses are, because mental health is just as important as physical health. This bill would create an avenue for school systems to promote mental health resources in a manner that uplifts students and local communities. I've worked very closely on this bill for the past 2 years, striving to set up a system in our public schools that supports these struggling students. This bill provides a perfect pathway to do this. Accordingly, I respectfully request a favorable report on House Bill 612 from the committee. Thank you for your time, and thank you to all the members who have signed on, including nearly all of the subcommittee members.
Thank you. Are there any questions? Okay, seeing none, thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
That concludes the hearing on House Bill 612.